Hey everybody, how's it going today? I'm Chef Tucker, and today I got something interesting for you guys. We're going to be making a chicken Gouda apple empanada with a spicy raspberry dipping sauce. So, now that you got that going through your head, let's go ahead and take a look at our mise en place. For our empanadas, we have pulled rotisserie chicken, a diced apple, diced Gouda cheese, one clove of garlic and half a shallot, both minced, and for our berry sauce, we have 1 cup of raspberry preserves, a little bit of orange zest, a poblano pepper, half of it large diced and the other half of it's fine diced, half of a shallot sliced, and 2/3 a cup of apple juice. Now that we know what our mise en place is, let's head over to the kitchen and start fixing up something good by making our empanada filling and our empanada sauce. So we're going to take our cup of raspberry preserves and put it in our pan, or our pot, sorry. Our apple juice, and add it in there as well, and we're going to turn the heat up to a medium-high heat because we want this to kind of dissolve a little bit and become more like a sauce and less like a jelly. We're going to come over here, and on a medium-high heat again, we added about a tablespoon of butter to our pan, and now we're going to add our apples. And our shallots and our garlic. So what we're going to do next is we're just going to hit our apples with just a little bit of nutmeg, like you see, just a heavy pinch, and a heavy pinch of cinnamon. Like I said, doesn't even cover the complete top of it. So that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for everything to get a little aromatic. And once it's aromatic, we're going to hit it with a little bit of apple juice and a little bit of the rotisserie juice that was left in the rotisserie bag. Look at that right there. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. And now we're going to add our poblano and shallot. This is going to give it a nice little kick to where it's not just a sweet taste in our mouth, but like a sweet spicy. We're going to add about a tablespoon-ish, or a teaspoon, my bad. We're going to add about a teaspoon-ish of orange zest. We added our chicken broth, or chicken reserves, and about a 1/4 cup of apple juice. Now we're going to make sure that these are both on a medium-high heat. Give them a couple of quick stirs on each. And now we're just looking for a reduction. We're looking for this to reduce down to where it's going to be a sauce, not quite a jelly again, which is going to take a few minutes. And then we're looking for this to become au sec. And au sec is just a fancy culinary term for almost dry. So basically all of this liquid is going to be almost gone. It's going to cook down to probably 1/4 of it left. So all we got to do is just maintain, stir. The chicken reserves from the bag had plenty of salt and pepper in it, so I'm not worried about that, but I am going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper, probably a teaspoon or 2 to our raspberry sauce. Sorry, I got kind of lost in thought for a second. And now we're just going to monitor, maintain, and come back in just a minute when everything's a little bit more cooked down. Take a spatula and just get a consistency, because we're looking for these to still have a little bit of firmness to them, but we want them to be soft and ready to go, so that way when they're cooking in the empanada, they're not cooking just strictly from the empanada. They're pre-cooked to go in with it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that these are done. We're going to pull these off and we're going to let them cool down because we don't want to throw them in hot with the chicken and the cheese. Let's take some of our filling. We're just going to put it right in here. Now the big thing that I'm going to say every time I'm talking about any sort of filling is everybody always wants to go in hard and fast and be like, oh, I really love chicken and apple empanada filling. You don't want to overfill it. Just an egg that got scrambled. We're just going to take it, give it a nice brush, not too heavy, because you put too much, it won't act like a sealant anymore. It'll just act like another ingredient. Like I said, just push it right over there. Bring the edges to each other. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can do little folds or everything. I figure we'll just go with a nice pretty fork press. Everything's pinched up, everything's closed. All we're going to do is just take a little bit more of this egg wash. Just do a very light coating right on top. That's going to make it crisp up golden brown. All right. Now we're just going to stick this in a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're just, since everything inside is already cooked, we're just looking for the shell to get nice and golden brown and flaky, and everything inside to get hot. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so we're all done. It's a little bit of work to get to where we're at, but nothing too serious. Our empanada right here, I cut this one in half already, but our empanada right here, it's flaky, smells wonderful. Let's give it a taste. Get a bit of this Poblano Raspberry sauce. That is delicious, guys. I'm getting some crispiness from the apple. It's got a natural sweetness. The Gouda and the chicken and the apple are all blending together nice. You got a sweet tartness from the raspberry with a little bit of heat backing it up. If you want some more heat, throw a hotter pepper in there, throw more of a pepper in there, but for my crew, they're gonna love this. One second. That is really good. When you guys are doing this at home, just know that this sauce needs to be warm, so it's going to solidify a little bit when you put it in the refrigerator. If you're storing it up, just pop it in the microwave for like 10 seconds, you're ready to go. Just enough to get warm, but not hot. Anything that you have left over from doing any of this empanada stuff, throw it in a Ziploc freezer bag, put it in your freezer. You can do this another day. You'll have plenty for whenever you need, whenever you want. And yeah. Well, if you like what you saw today, you learned something, you had some fun, make sure you like, share, comment, tell me what you'd like to see. And as always, thanks for cooking with me.